Mama June, from not to hot, Sugar Bear falling into a coma and near death. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Mike Sugar Bear Thompson, the star of Mama June, from not to hot, nearly passed away while the 5th season of the reality show was being filmed. On the beloved reality spin-off, he lapsed into a coma from low blood sugar. He has diabetes. Will his union last this most recent drama? Mama June. Mike Thompson on the verge of death, from not to hot. A medical emergency involving Sugar Bear is depicted in Mama June, from not to hot. First, a scene shows Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson's father on the verge of passing out. Then he shows up unexpectedly at the house of Josh Eford and Lauren Shannon, also known as Pumpkin. He tells Honey Boo Boo that he lapsed into a diabetic coma when he sees her. According to Sugar Bear, he nearly passed away. The news will probably make Honey Boo Boo quite unhappy. Despite their distance from one another, she is concerned for her father. When Alana understands how close she was to losing Sugar Bear, she might want to spend more time with him. Mama June. Getting warm or not according to spoilers, Sugar Bear tries to take better care of his health by soaking his feet. Will he alter his behavior in order to combat his chronic illness? Jennifer Thompson, his spouse, underwent weight loss surgery. The previous season, her diet was improved. But when she offered him veggies instead of his usual meat and potatoes, Sugar Bear was not pleased. It is likely that Mike Thompson will find it difficult to make the changes required to live a healthier life. Does Sugar Bear take ownership of Honey Boo Boo? In the previous season of Mama June, from not to hot, Jennifer and Sugar Bear made an attempt to obtain custody of Honey Boo Boo. Josh and Pumpkin defeated them in battle. But will Mike attempt to regain possession now that he was on the verge of death? It seems like Jennifer has a lot of power over her husband, Mike Thompson. She might therefore prod Mike in that direction. Without a doubt, Honey Boo Boo does not want this. She thinks that when she was born, her father was let down. She doesn't feel close to Sugar Bear because he desired a male. The last thing Pumpkin needs on Mama June is another custody dispute. Not too hot. She had been really stressed out for weeks. Hopefully, Pumpkin won't have to deal with Mike in a similar circumstance in the future. Mama June. Sugar Bear and wife split, from not to hot. According to recent reality show leaks, Sugar Bear and Jennifer Thompson are having marital problems. Watch as Mike is accused of cheating by Jennifer on Mama June, from not to hot. It appears that she believes Mike Thompson and June Shannon had a second chance at romance. Naturally, that appears improbable. Mama June has proven her unwavering devotion to Gino Doak. She repeatedly favored him over her family. Thus, it would appear that Jennifer's accusations against Mike are probably untrue. On Mama June, from not to hot, Jennifer is viewed by many fans as a hothead. She might therefore be mistaken about Sugar Bear. Alternatively, this might mark the beginning of the end for Mike Thompson and Jennifer, a tense pair. See how this develops on the WAIT reality program spin-off every Friday night. In the ever-turbulent life of June Shannon, affectionately known as Mama June, nothing could have prepared her for the latest heart-wrenching twist. From her early days on Here Comes Honey Boo Boo to her dramatic weight loss journey in Mama June, from not to hot, June had weathered countless storms. But the news that her ex-partner, Mike Sugar Bear Thompson, had fallen into a coma was a new and terrifying ordeal that would test her resilience and the strength of her family. It was a crisp autumn morning when June Shannon received the call that would change everything. She was busy preparing breakfast for her children when her phone buzzed on the counter. Seeing the name Jennifer flash on the screen, June's heart skipped a beat. Jennifer Lamb was Sugar Bear's wife, and their relationship had always been strained. "Hello, Jennifer," June answered, trying to keep her voice neutral. "June, it's Mike. He's in the hospital. He had a severe seizure and fell into a coma." Jennifer's voice was choked with tears. June felt the room spin around her. "What? How did this happen?" "We don't know yet. The doctors are running tests. But it's serious." "I thought you should know," Jennifer said, her voice barely above a whisper. June hung up the phone, her mind racing. She needed to be strong for her children, but she felt an overwhelming wave of fear and sadness wash over her. June gathered her children in the living room, her face pale with worry. Alana, known to the world as Honey Boo Boo, and Lauren, what's wrong? Pumpkin. Alana asked, her voice trembling. June took a deep breath. It's Sugar Bear. He's in the hospital. He's in a coma. Alana's eyes filled with tears. Is he going to be okay? We don't know yet, sweetie, June said, pulling her daughters into a hug. But we need to be strong and support each other. Pumpkin nodded, her expression determined. We'll get through this together, Mama. June decided to visit Sugar Bear at the hospital. Despite their tumultuous past, he was still Alana's father, and they had shared many years together. She felt it was the right thing to do. As they entered the sterile hospital room, June was struck by the sight of Sugar Bear lying motionless on the bed, tubes and machines surrounding him. Jennifer stood by his side, her face etched with worry and exhaustion. Jennifer, June said softly, approaching her. Jennifer looked up, her eyes red from crying. June, thank you for coming. How is he? June asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The doctors are still trying to figure it out. They said it was a severe seizure, but they don't know what caused it yet, Jennifer explained, her voice shaking. June felt a pang of sympathy for Jennifer. Despite their differences, they were both connected to Sugar Bear in a profound way. The next few days were a blur of anxiety and uncertainty. June and her family spent countless hours at the hospital, waiting for updates on Sugar Bear's condition. Alana and Pumpkin took turns sitting by his bedside, talking to him and holding his hand. One afternoon, as June sat in the hospital cafeteria, she was approached by Dr. Matthews, the neurologist overseeing Sugar Bear's case. Miss Shannon, can we talk for a moment? Dr. Matthews asked, his expression serious. June nodded, her heart pounding. Of course. Dr. Matthews took a seat across from her. We believe Mike's seizure was caused by a severe infection that spread to his brain. We've started him on antibiotics, but it's a critical situation. The next 48 hours are crucial. June felt tears well up in her eyes. Is there anything we can do? Just be here for him, Dr. Matthews said gently. Talk to him, hold his hand. Sometimes, knowing that loved ones are near can make a difference. June relayed the doctor's words to her family, and they took turns sitting by Sugar Bear's side, talking to him and sharing memories. They played his favorite music and told stories about happier times. Alana spent hours at her father's bedside, her voice steady despite the fear in her heart. Daddy, you need to wake up. We still have so much to do together. Remember when we used to go fishing? We need to do that again. Pumpkin brought her baby to the hospital, letting Sugar Bear's grandson gurgle and coo in the room, hoping the sound of a new generation might bring him back. June sat quietly, holding Sugar Bear's hand, her mind drifting back to their early years together. Despite all the pain and turmoil, there had been love. She whispered to him, her voice filled with emotion. Mike, you need to fight. For Alana, for all of us. On the third day, there was a glimmer of hope. Sugar Bear's vital signs began to stabilize, and he showed small signs of responsiveness. He squeezed Alana's hand weakly, and his eyes fluttered open for a brief moment. The doctors were cautiously optimistic. He's responding to the treatment, Dr. Matthews informed the family. But he still has a long road to recovery. June felt a surge of relief and gratitude. Thank you, doctor. Alana was overjoyed. Daddy, you're going to be okay. I just know it. Pumpkin hugged her mother tightly. He's a fighter, Mama. Sugar Bear's recovery was slow but steady. He regained consciousness fully and was able to communicate, although he was weak and disoriented. The doctors continued to monitor him closely, and he was started on a rigorous rehabilitation program. June and her family remained by his side, providing unwavering support. Jennifer, who had initially been wary of June's presence, softened over time. They found common ground in their shared concern for Sugar Bear. One evening, as June and Jennifer sat in the hospital waiting room, they talked about the future. Mike's going to need a lot of care, Jennifer said, her voice heavy with worry. I don't know how we're going to manage. We'll find a way, June said firmly. He's Alana's father, and we owe it to her to make sure he's okay. Jennifer looked at June, tears in her eyes. Thank you, June. I don't know what I would have done without you. As Sugar Bear's health improved, so did the bonds between the families. They worked together to ensure he had everything he needed for his recovery. June and Jennifer put aside their differences and focused on what was truly important: Sugar Bear's well-being.